Hi everyone, this is Efeiconic, and guess what I'm bringing this time? SRVEE. And what does SRVEE stands for? It stands for Subjects to Revalue Education and Entrepreneurship. Subject to revalue education and entrepreneurship. Now, what does this mean? Let me tell you, this is about innovating education itself. Education, innovating education so that it can actually practice entrepreneurship. Innovating education in such a way that it will actually be able to practice entrepreneurship. Now, why is this necessary? Is it that entrepreneurship is not in education? Are they not teaching entrepreneurship in school? Why do we need an innovative method of actually training people to practice education and entrepreneurship? Now, let me tell you why this is. You see, first, we need to understand what innovation is, what innovation is, and how and why it is important. Innovation is creating new ways, creating new method, being creative about the way that something is done so that you can do it better. Is coming out with creative method of doing things. That's what innovation is. There could be something, there's a method of doing something before. But what innovation does is to come out with a new method, a new approach to do these things. And this could include using technology. Using technology. In fact, technology and innovation has been said to be correlated. They are working and they are brothers and sisters because technology is constantly bringing new ways, constantly improving ways of doing things. Okay, but it's not just technology. Innovation does not rest only on technology. Just like when you say innovation, it means technology. It's not really that. You can come up with a creative method, a new method of doing things. Maybe there's a way you tie wrapper before, and you know a better way to do it. You think of it after looking at it for a while, you come out with a way that will be easier, it will be faster, it will be simpler for them to do it. That's innovation. It may not really involve technology. Innovation may not really involve complicated means, but it could just involve some few understanding of system, looking deep into the system and knowing that this thing could be done better this way. And do you know how powerful innovation is? When you are conscious of innovation, coming up with better ways to doing things, it means that you are conscious of problems. You are conscious of problems. You are consciously looking at the ways of doing things and you are seeing the problems that are there such that it enables you to come up with better idea of doing them. Idea that will make it faster, make it better, make it more appreciated, make it more useful to people, and make that particular thing or that particular culture, make it to spread. So that is innovation. Innovation is very, 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 very important. It's a very important value that we need to have so that we can have life could be simpler. The simple is as a result of innovative mindset. People look at things critically and they were trying to come up with better ways of doing it. Be it movement. When people look at moving, when they felt like walking from one place to the other consumes more energy and the distance cover is not really much, they wanted a means that they could cover further distance with less energy. With that kind of mindset, it gives you room to innovate. Now, look at this. The SROVEE is talking of subject to revalue education and entrepreneurship. Why is this? Why this particular innovation? Why this? This particular innovation noticed, as I said, that innovation is coming out with better way of doing things, bringing ideas, bringing creative way of doing things. Now, this particular innovation focuses on trainers. It focuses on teachers. It focuses on educationists. A better way, bringing better way of translating their subject to real value. Translating this subject to real value. Now, you see, if you go into research, you'll find that in Nigeria, the Nigerian academics, it's not that innovation is not there or in the Nigerian system. Every year, students, they design projects, they defend their projects, they constantly innovate. Really, if you come across the Nigerian youth, you get close to the Nigerian youth, the Nigerian child, he has the mindset of innovating. It's in his blood. But a lot of times, professors, people go out, they take programs, they undertake programs to learn, to design, to effectively design the innovations, the solutions. Let me not call it innovation now. The solution that they have thought of to effectively design. That's why you see there's constant project. People are constantly developing projects, constantly defending them. But it has been found out that most of this does not translate to an innovation that is being used. It's mainly just dies in paperwork. People have a lot of this paperwork. They have innovated a lot of documents are existing in the system. A lot of projects that people have researched, people have worked on, they have talked of ideas, they have transformed it, they have only done it in paper, but it has not translated to society. You will not see the innovation in the society, academics. A lot of times, you see schools bringing out students, the student will say that they have done one thing or the other, they are innovating one thing or the other. Such beautiful concept. But if you look into the system, you will later not find it. That the person has come out all the way to say that I'm solving this. Why? Is because academics and the entrepreneurship world, the academic and the entrepreneurship world, they have not been fully aligned. They have not been fully aligned. So this SROVE is coming out to see that innovation and innovations from academics and entrepreneurship are aligned. Innovations from academics is aligned so that it can link. There's a unifier between academics and entrepreneurship. The innovations coming from academics, there's a unifier with the entrepreneurship. So that the innovations that students, lecturers, professionals, the innovations that they went all the way to do, to create, to build, to document, to process, so that these innovations that they put in a lot of effort in doing them to defend their project, so that there's a flow, there's a linkage in the entrepreneurship, so that it flows to real value. Now, one way to do it is this subject to real value education and entrepreneurship, so that the subject, the topics, some of the problem that these subjects are solving, there's a pathway for it to flow into the real world. So you'll be hearing more of this from me. I am Efeiconic. And where is all this coming from? All these are coming because there is a sustainable development goals lab that is existing in Delta State, that is built to see that this SDGs education is well understood, imbibed. The SDG innovations that are coming out, they are well created, and that this knowledge, this awareness, these innovations, they can safely flow to become entrepreneurship, that it will bring about income and impact. So this is coming from that area, is coming from that point. Like I said, you'll be hearing more of this. This SROVEE. So trainers, educationists, academicians, you both should get ready. We have to translate the innovations in academic, create a pathway that it flows naturally to real world, to real life and entrepreneurship. That the subjects that we are teaching, the problems and the solution, we are teaching subject topics, the problems and solutions that we find in there. There's a pathway that this is flowing into real life. We have to ensure it. So thank you very much. Stay tuned for more information on this. Yeah, I'm having network issue and